Hello, everybody. Thank you for coming into the live chat today. As you know, had a lot of suggestions the other day. There was three of them. So this is the second suggestions talking about the masculine, feminine energies exchange healing between people. Very good topic, actually. This is a very good topic for the current and the present energies. For if you guys watch the astro gravitational report, kind of like understand what is going on. And you guys know that if you do the job, why you're feeling good right now, what is the things are that goes on from within you, what is the difference. And we talk about this, and we're talking about this situation. This idea, by the way, was routed by Paulina. For it, the recognition goes to her. So let's recognize the people in chat. Margot, Purity Passion, Sasha, Lorianne, and Saint Paulina. And hi, John. Thank you for coming in. Glad to see you here on chat from Dubai. For it, we were talking about what we're going to talk about today is going to be applying not only to an average relationships, not only within, but by using the soul, using your energies within the soul that are actually helping you to evolve, actually help you to understand. That's going to be including everything that we've been talking in the past 7, 8 months. If you've been following the daily chat, you probably understand what we're talking about. But healing is important. Healing is important because when you have the masculine and the feminine energies in you, you actually will help you to understand, first of all, to understand what is within you. The second of all, though, once you're balancing those out from within yourself, you remove the toxic feminine, you remove the toxic masculine energies from within you. So now, from within yourself, there is this clear, mental, precise picture of what feminine and masculine is in regarding of what you know, what you understand, what you experience, and what you are attracting from it. Attraction, okay, it becomes from the gravity, what you gravitate towards to it in life. What do you want to gravitate from within? Who wants to be around in your magnetic field? Who wants to be in your surrounding from here? Hi, Geek. Thank you for coming in. So you understand that these gravitations that people who are around you, they bring the energy around you because their energy gives you emotions. Those emotions that are could be different. They could be mindful. They can be just a good energy. There could be a physical energies. There could be a soul for and so forth from our realm. That could be this psychological even emotions from within ourselves. So that's how it goes. But how about the healing? Hi, Erica. Thank you for coming in. But how about the healing? The healing comes in when you begin to understand all um, these levels of structure they are from within you. So, for example, when you are in a conflict within yourself about something, how do you take it? How you take it first on the physical realm, in the physical level. I don't like this person. I don't want this person. I don't get in this. Your mind processing the informations. You look at your psychological situations. You evaluate things through the emotions. Your emotions are turning into an energy, and the energy turns to a gravity. And you see that this person, the situations, you don't gravitate towards this. But how do you know it's good or it's bad for you? Your psyche, your situation from within, your mind. That's what we're saying. I'm mindful about this, but I'm not mindful about that. And that's how the conflict from within you is going to be solved from within. But if you have to evolve, if you have never been experienced certain things, how would you do it? How would you process this from within? Simply, you're going to feel it like you need a certain um, healing, you need a certain energy, you need a certain attention, and that's what you need. Actually, you're looking to attract from within you, to attract within your physical realm. So, for example, if you're looking at for a partner who to be caring, loving, compassion, and so on, develop it from within you. So when you develop it, this from within your psyche, it becomes a process from within your mind. You become this emotional person, then you become this energy person, and then you become that gravity. The gravity begins to attract the person in the physical realm. Once the physical realm comes in, the physical energy, it goes back into your mind to be in your emotions, to be in your energy, and you gravitate more or pushing away. That's how you heal, first of all, from within. But when you have this within people, that's where the problem begins. Because if someone tells you, well, you need to work on this, how do you take it? You probably take it personally. You take it personally, you take it psychologically within you. Your emotions are damaged, so your energy is damaged, so is your gravity is damaged. Simply because you don't look that maybe someone telling you something that you need to do from within you. But if you have the love in there, if somebody tells you this is this what you need to do, this is where you need to grow, and you ask how, and they show you the how, now that how begins to work from within you to go ahead and develop these emotions from within you, to feel this energy, to feel this gravity and attract it into them, fix it within a physical realm. But if your emotions are not straight, what's happening in there? Your emotions are not put in order. You're trying to bring the energy and you're trying to gravitate towards someone. And guess what? The energy from within you becomes distorted. So the only way you have to do it within this is by a lot of communications, but a lot of deep honesty from within you. Without honesty, without looking at it in the truth, without looking at in the real issues, you won't be able to it. That's what some of the people I've been working on it. It is about the truth. I spoke about this truth in the past 8 months. And still, people have these energies within them that they want to fix. Fix your own energy first and tend with others. But when the others comes in, what are you going to do? So when you awaken from within yourself, you understand the both realms within the energy. You know how to heal feminine energy, but you also know how to heal masculine energy. You know where is it the toxic energies, the mind of the controls, and so on, and you know what it is for in the current present moment. So whatever you do in the current present moment is the more expensive. Why? Because you have to learn to and from it was what it was. And then you have to be mindful to will be what is going to be. But in order to be what is going to be, I have to accept it is what it is. So that's what this energy is from within people. It needs to be learned. But you have communications within people. So for example, if you have an energy towards a person, you have this gravitations towards the person, but you haven't developed the emotional, psychological understanding from this. Guess what? You have situations in the physical. If you have not learned to be a physically available, you haven't learned, for example, the physical intimacy from within. So that's telling you there is something it has to be done with an emotional level. so you can bring that energies up and gravitate properly in the physical realm. It's the same thing why the sicknesses are. For example, the sicknesses, if you have a bad emotions, you have a bad energy, bad gravitations, and that hits you in the physical realm from within. Hi, Casey. Thank you for coming in. So when you have couple, though, the couple can look at their own wounds, they can look at it within their own energies, and they can tell you, you're lacking in the physical. What is your fear of the physical? Let's fix the physical realm. In the physical realm, we're working with the healing the emotions. The emotions, they become to turn to our energy. That energy turns to the gravity. And now you feel this gravitation from within yourself. And when the one person tells the another person what it is, if you taking it personally, or if they taking it personally, that means that the psyche, the mind from them, is not evolved to a level to see the reality of it is what it is. But when it is, it's got a lot of connections of love, a lot of connections of soul. And you look at it from higher perspective, you eliminate yourself and you begin to grow up of whatever the issue is. You may be emotional unavailable. You may be you never express your feelings, how you feel, because there was something wrong with you within the mind. So now you're coming in with this energy and you're saying like, I can attract certain people. So I can attract females, I can attract males. Why? Well, you are not emotional available. So if you're emotional unavailable, guess what happened? Your energy is not available. And through the energy of unavailable, you going towards gravity of people who are also emotional unavailable from within. The worst thing it is to cover up this emotional unavailability. It's kind of like a faking it till we make it. But as you guys know, and you guys been dealing with the truth, specifically for those who crossed the new patterns I'm talking about, you guys felt it what the truth is actually as a vibration, is a gravity from within. And when we're talking about this, you find out what? You find out the energy of fakiness. People who are faking gravity, people who are faking energy, people who are faking emotions, guess what? They also fake it in the physical realm. And with all those realms, with all those energies, for it, they need healing. Okay? If you heal from within, you're healed from within. You are born about this. You know how to heal first yourself because you decide to stop the games, you decide to heal from within, you decide to go moving forward, you decide to develop yourself from within. But you put your mind in the right spot, your mind to look the truth in all the levels of you. You look at it emotionally, physically, um, spiritually, energetically, gravitationally, and so on. And guess what? The things begins to more easy for you because they are more. You understand now from higher perspective. They are not that complicated. People think that the things are complicated, but they are not. And when between two people there is the love and mutual understanding, and they mutually work towards a common goal, guess what? They are combining the energy, they're combining the gravitational field, they combine the emotional situations, they are mindful about everything from within, and they have a different gravity together, more powerful than a one person. And then in the physical realm, that energy is twice, if not 5 times, most of the time, bigger than the person single alone from within. And by using it this, by using the love, helping each other. But in average relationships, when the woman says like, "Oh well, you always put in your shoes here. You're like this, like this, like this. You do not doing this. You're not doing that. You're not good enough about this. You're not good enough about that." Guess what? They don't look at it from themselves that they're not good or not that. Okay. Uh, 4. So it is the same thing about the male. The male comes in and says like, "Well, You're not good cook. You're not doing it this. You're not take care of the kid. You're not doing it. It's so on and so on. And you look at yourself is the truth. But most of the people they're looking from the ego-based personality from within. They get in within the mind and they say, "Well, my husband, my wife, and so on is not good. Is not right," because they're not mature enough from within. But if they're mature and they're like, "Let's talk about it. Let's see the issues. Let's figure the things out." The worst thing is when the one or both people kind of like begin blinded for the truth and they keep on going years and years and years. And guess what? They have kids, for example, and what are the kids learning from them? How to faking life. And from faking life, we're faking emotions, we're faking energies, we're faking the gravitations, and so on. Nobody's perfect. But within striving for perfections, we are finding imperfections from within. So admitting the imperfections to becoming vulnerable in the front of yourself is the hardest part. Yes, very good. We talk about this, Paulina. Yes, vulnerability. Are you vulnerable within you? Vulnerability is to express your emotions, to don't hold emotions, to don't hold energies, to not hold anything for. So here is the example. You are physically free, you are mindfully free, your emotions are free, your energy is free. So is gravitational field is free. And that's what most people they're not free out of the matrix from. And that's why when you free yourself up, you communicate with people who are freeing themselves up out of this matrix form. But nobody's perfect. We all have something to do. As long as we have the patience, the compassion, the love, the understanding about the truth, what it needs to be done. And love heals everything. But when the people drop that love from within, they look from different situations, they look in it from different level of perspective, guess what? Nothing can be healed. So in the exchange of the energies, the toxicity part, it is the one that has to be worked that out. Because the positive things, the good things for it, they're good. They don't have to be. If the woman's cooking, it's cooking. If the woman does the laundry, it's doing the laundry. If the woman pays attention to her husband, it does. If the man is come back home and he's putting everything that it needs to be, it's like, hey, how can I help you, honey? What can I do? Can I help you cooking? Come on, sharing the responsibility. But if you're back home, there is a pile of dishes on the sink. The wife's licking up putting up her feet up and watching some her favorite drama or show and so on. Kids are going nuts around and they're going crazy and noisy. And man comes back all day working from home. Guess what? What is in there? Chaos. It is chaos. And one of the issues are coming in. Instead of people, most of the time, instead of working in the issues, they're running away from the issues. First of all, they're running the issues away from themselves. How come they're going to be working the issues with somebody else? They're not ready for it. And that's what the maturity of these energies is to understand. But when you do, when you free yourself up, guess what's going to happen to you? You're going to be free. You're going to be in this out of these situations. You are going to be moving to a different state of inner peace. You're going to get this inner peace inside of you. You're going to be feel free. You have no boundaries. Talking about boundaries, sometimes you say like, I can do only this if this happens. I can be with this person if they change. How about you change? The change that you want to see in them. Because that is the requirement that you're putting from within you. You want to see this requirement within them. That's what that is from within. So it's very good that if you look at in the past 8 months, things that you did good, We deal with the physical, we deal with the emotions, with the energy. We did a lot of energy work. We talk about a lot about the gravitations. And when you put all this together, very simplicity way, in a very simple, understanding way, your life's going to be getting much more beautiful. You're going to be able to heal. When somebody tells you unusual, you're like, I never look at it to see if I have these issues from within me. If somebody tells you you're lacking this, you're like, what do you mean? I'm not good enough? Come on, get out of my face. I don't want to talk to you anymore. How would you evolve? But if you got the inner peace, you got this higher level of understanding, somebody tells you you have issue. I have some issues. You all have some issues. Okay? But when you have the guts to be honest from within you, you have the guts to be fixing from within yourself. Once you fix, you also have the guts to heal your partner, to heal everyone around you, the family, and so on and so on. By simply understanding this, how does everything gets connecting from within. People focus more to have on the physical realm without putting so much effort, without put so much energy, without putting so much emotions. And guess what? Is that coming into them? No. So they're trying to fake it in a way that they have this energy, they have these situations. That is the face mask we're talking about, and is good from if you remove this face mask from within you. You're never going to be free if you don't remove this face mask. So, guys, now if you have some questions, we are going to be talking about it. Paulina, admitting the imperfections and becoming vulnerable in the front of yourself is the hardest part. Yes, it is. When you become vulnerable to yourself, you are going to be find yourself that maybe you don't love certain portions from within you. That is the places you actually have to emotionally, physically, mindfully, or psychologically, if you have to, work from within yourself because it's more important what you're telling to yourself from within. What does that do though? That turns to an energy from within you. That energy, it is becomes the change. You do the actions create the gravity. And from the gravitations, you change your field that you are, your energy field. That's what the gravity is. And you're feeling in the physical realm. That's what this is, guys. That's how it goes. Okay? It's not that complicated. We're making it that complicated. The ego makes it complicated. So, hi, Tweety. Thank you for coming in. And but for most people, that is not. They don't gravitate in this energy, and for them, even this information is going to be like, what is it you're talking about? But for somebody who are in the world, you totally, totally understand it from within. Because when you are together with your twin flame, with your soulmate, with your divine partner, with your person that you're working, healing, or so on, you can do these energies. You can understand this because the gravity field is attracting that. If you understand the power of the gravity, guys, you're gonna be amazed. There's so much healing because of this. So much from within. How to explain that sometimes after we're able to heal some issues with someone, we are less attracted to this person. Um, After we are able to heal some issues with someone, we are less attracted to the person. The less attractions with this person, it, after you heal the issues, or if you can heal the issues for it, if you've been so much long time passed by, the person may find a way to heal from within, so doesn't need you right now to heal from within. for it. So therefore, there is a less attractions right now. Is not needed. We are still feeling of this energy of needs. We need someone. We need something. We need this. We need us first. When somebody comes in, give us something, and we give back, that's healing. Hi, Diamond B. Thank you for coming in. Glad to see you here. For and when you get to these energies, for all of a sudden this attraction begin because the need from the person is not needed anymore, and you feel like the attractions is gone. But why did the attraction is gone there? There is something within the emotional, there is something within the energy, and there is something within the gravity that affects the physical realm. So the issue, for example, if somebody hide the truth from within you, you don't trust them anymore. And all of a sudden their trust is broken. Now they fix the problem, you still don't trust in them. Who's got the problem? You don't trust them in them anymore. How do they can prove you the trust? They have to prove it to you. But you know what? The damage that was done of these separations and so on, now it's so much that the trust cannot be built anymore. And 10 for the emotions are gone, 10 for the energy is gone between, the gravitations is not there anymore. So in the physical realm, there is no more attractions kick in. What it needs to be done though has to be work this missing portion of if is that a real love, is that a real situation, is that is what it is that is the love, is that is the real part from within, is that for real, is that fake or for real? And guess what? In the new way, if the person comes back to you, they want to gain your trust. You know deeply from within how the truth feels from within. And when you know how the truth feels from within, if somebody tells you something that they did, and they told you, for example, oh, I did such a actions because of this, and this, but inside of you, they did this for totally different reason. And you feel this energy of not telling the truth. So guess what? You understand this energy. You understand everything. But you see the behavior has not been changed. So the truth is what lead us into the new way. You're not really truthful with what it is, then everything goes in there. So the first thing that you have to heal from within you and your partner towards you and you with your partner, truth. Without the truth, you have no true love. How can you express a true love when you don't have it? The true love brings the true emotions. The true emotions brings the true energy. True energy brings the true gravitations. True gravitations manifest in the physical realm. But it's not that complicated, is it? It's not. It is not. But ego makes it complicated. The egos can find thousands of reasons why all this is not working. The ego from within can find a lot of problems that why. You either find excuses or you find resources. And most of the time, it's more easy to make excuses than find the resources and get to work. This is why a lot of the people who are awakened for real from within them, they are awakened, and that's what they do at work. But when they awaken and they do the work from within, they have this inner peace energies. Otherwise, the people have no peace within them. There is no real relationships, and people wants to know how to heal this. This is how you heal the truth. Most of the time, people when they come together and they're not truthful right from the beginning. Oh, I'm like this, I'm like that, I like this, I like that, and so on and so on and so on. I'm like this, I'm accountable. You go and live with the person, you find out the total different truth for it. So, hi Diana, thank you for coming in. The problem could be that we haven't tapped deeper enough to ourselves to sort things out. Nice compact to share with better health. Two energies bounce like frequency. Ping pong balls. Yeah, that ping balls, it's your fault. No, it's your fault. Yeah, it's your fault. Yeah, it's called the blame game. About it. But how about we play this ball game, this ping pong uh, in healing? Hey, babe, you need to fix this from within you. How you express how you feel the truth. Oh, very good. Let me tell you what I feel that could be. How about you express a little bit more? Here's your ping pong. Oh, that's how it goes. That's what I feel. I think. Here's the ping pong back to you. Do you understand that everything out there can lead us to the problems, but can lead us also to the solutions? It all depends of the processor, the mind. What are you mindful about it? And Diana, yeah, that's very good analogy there with the ping pong. I actually love that from within. But I see a lot of ping pong around it, especially within the twin flames. When somebody messaged me, it's like, "Deal, my twin flame. He's not like this. She's not like that. And until she doesn't change, until it doesn't, time out. One thing I want to hear: are you truth or they are truth to you? That's it. Because if they're not truth, everything goes bottom down. And that's why I'm keep working with you guys, because some of you, when a day become the truth, guess what? You are more attractive with your truth. So now this less attractions, it goes away, Paulina. Okay, now the truth becomes the attractiveness, because you're looking around, you try different partners, you try different energies, you try different things, and guess what? Truth, you're seeking for the truth. It's my true twin flame, it's my true things from within. Guess what? You can't find it anywhere else. Why? Because the truth is what we are. So you find the real things, the real deal, the real energies inside of you. You become real yourself. And now when you talk to other people, you know they're not real from within. You understand them and you not communicate with them. You're like, ooh. But if they come and talk to you, what's going on, Dio? Today they ask me, Dio, what's going on with this energy? It's going to be ending by November 8th. I'm like, it's going to continue a little bit more. Oh, come on, Dio. I'm like, no, it's inner work. You did the inner work, you get it. I said a few words, and the person understands. How about it? We forgot how to be a human first, with the human understanding. So, yeah, beautiful energy of the truth. A lot of you right now thinking about from within. That is what I'm trying to process in this informations for it. But you need to understand there is nothing more expensive than the moment of truth. Of here, now, that it is what it is. Nothing more expensive. No. All right, guys. Any more questions? By the way, for tomorrow, we have um, it's coming from CC. What of healing is there when you accept to let go all about your twin flame. So that's what we're going to talk about. No questions, guys? Come on. Lately, I'm getting less questions from you guys. That's what I feel, the negative energy with Mattia, because the karmic is there, but he's wearing a mask and I'm being truthful. He hides his. Yeah, the truth of this journey as a twin flame, it has been a problem, but actually the problem shows up where the solution is. If the person you are in energetic connections, you are a divine partnership or twin flame relationship, divine partner, so on, so on. If the truth is gone in there, you will understand they have issues dealing with the truth from within. You pointed out the truth. If they get angry, if they acting in the physical realm, like they blaming you, they shaming you, or they simply discard you, get away and get rid of you, and so on. That shows up. The problem is more than just that. The problem could be emotional, there could be a psychological, there could be a mindful, could be a culture, because energy is not there. There's some kind of like a boundaries, but we're not talking about healthy boundaries. We're talking about toxic shadow boundaries, and that's what we are doing it right now as a society. We're breaking those boundaries. But how the boundaries are broke? What is the problem? If you have a gravitational problem, you break it in the physical realm first. From the physical realm, goes back into the gravity field, goes back into the energy. And from the energy, you create the emotions that develop a new senses within your mind. Through actions in the physical realm, you healing the wounds that has been done in emotional level. But most of the people, what they did, they learn things, they put it within their mind, and they don't do the job required physically in the world to do something. Once the work is done, so the gravity is different, simply because of this. Uh, Diana, what are you doing 11 Friday celebrations? There's gonna be some a twin flame workshop. Diana, there's gonna be between 4 to 6 hours workshop celebrations as a twin flames. Here in this channel, you guys can ask any questions for it. You guys know about it. I've been doing this for years. Usually, I do a workshop on a spot for, but lately with this COVID situations hasn't been happened. Hopefully, the next year we're gonna break this situations and create a workshop. Hopefully, okay. So that's what this will be. Diamond be real, feel the disconnect from NTF, not K, but not that bond we had before. I can feel he needs to face his shadow and he doesn't understand. Diamond be yes, we all feeling this. There was a post on Facebook. It's in Bulgarian, by the way, and they talking about that right now. It is about to finding the truth. What was behind the shadow? You may be one of the twin flame connections because their soul is the same in the soul vibrations, but you don't know the personality, the emotional energies. If the emotions was not expressed towards you, you don't know what the truth is. The only thing you know is their expression through the face mask, through the shadow. You don't know personality, who the person is. And that's why, because you are gravitating in the form of the truth, you don't know actual the truth because you didn't get this truth expressions from them. So guess what? You don't know really the personality from within because through you they were present in different energy from the face mask, different shadow, and that's why you feel disconnect from within them because you lost the connection with their soul from within because their shadow came out and overcome their soul. Now they're closed off from within themselves. So when they close themselves from within, you don't know what really is going on. And you think there is a disconnections between your twin flame. Yes, there is a disconnections, but actually they close off themselves. That's why you don't feel this connection. And because of lack of the truth, you don't understand what's going on. And yes, they do have to remove that shadow. They have to do the shadow work in order to be a truthful from within. If it is a true love from what is in the soul. Otherwise, they may suppressing their soul, their spirituality, and so on by one be. But I'm totally get into it because if they don't have this mindfulness, this psychology issue, these emotional situations from within them, can we do the inner work for them? No, we can't. We cannot force them. Divine maybe go over there and punching them in the world. They have to get back in there, have to remove that shadow to open the free up the soul from within. If they don't free up the soul, what could have happened in this case, in these situations? Um, uh, Tweety, it is possible that the truth within might be clear to us every day more and more because of our healing. And if you don't, you actually cannot recognize the real truth. Actually, the truth is revealed to you one way through dreams, through situations, through their actions is going to show up more of what it is. If you talk with them, their energy is going to talk to you. Their actions is going to be talking to you. Your energy is going to feel different around them. And you will understand by this gravity and energy what actually is going on. It's going to be clear to you that something is not right. Maybe they did a work, maybe they did half of the work, or they can give you an update of what they have been done it so far. How did they clear up? How did they change? How did they did and so on. But when they have a battles from within themselves, they haven't healed from within themselves. Thinking comes in out of desperations or out of energy need from within you or some things from within you, and they can present things from within you. But you know, if you know the truth, how it feels, you will know. How do you know if the truth it feels? You tell the truth to the other people, to from yourself to others, and you develop the vibrations of truth from within. And when someone's talking to you, you already have the vibration feelings about the truth. That's why when you have truth and honest conversations, it doesn't matter with who, you understand this. But when you talk with your TF, with your divine partner, and they don't have this energy of truth within them, guess what? You don't know what the real truth is. But you know the truth. They are not giving you the real truth. And that's what it's coming in as this. And if you want to have the healing from within you, you have to be comfortable. It's like, yeah, there's something within them. They gotta do something from within. If they want to be in true relationships within me, they have to come up with something better than that. Because otherwise it's not working. And they feel it is not working. They know what they're doing from within. They know that shadow is from within themselves. They know that. You think that they don't know? No, they do. You think that whatever they decide to communicate with you and so on and so on, they just want to see the try your level it is. The worst part is when I understand you are really truth for what you said, what you do, and what it was, and what is so on, and they are not. What's going on in there? Yes, Unseen and said they are like two different people, but there is two different things from within you. That it's your ego and that is your soul. How you gonna react in there? That's what the mindset. It's very crucial from within. So your understanding about the emotions. And if you don't, we actually cannot recognize the real truth. Yes, we can recognize the real truth. If that's what it is what it is. Yeah. So, four. Paulina, isn't the energetic disconnection from TF a good sign, though? It's all about focusing ourselves in the end. Yes, it's good to have the disconnections from the twin flame, specifically when the separation was in order, because you're fixing the things from within. You take time to fix with you. Maybe you went up to a premature connections that you see what it was, or you were in the relationship that you see what things are. They weren't real. Otherwise, there will be happiness, there will be the energy is going to be okay, the emotions, the gravity, and in the physical realm, everything will be okay. But if it's not okay in the physical world, what do you do? Where do you go? Where do you go? You go back to your mind. You go fix your psychological issue or emotional issue, or energy level gets up, your gravity goes up, and here is the gravity is fixed. So yes, that's what we are talking about, healing. And when you understand the both feminine and masculine, first of all, you play these mind games from within you. How this person should be acting, how that person should be acting, what the wife should be, what the husband should be, what the father should be, what the mother should be, what the grandfather should be, and so on and so on and so on. And you look at it from above level standpoint. What did the angels who do? If you were an angel, how was you gonna be towards your kids without indulging them? If you were a divine warrior as a masculine, how would you deal with your kids instead of pushing them to toxic situations and so on? Would you give them that divine wisdom that a father has to pass to his son, to his daughter? Are you going to be the divine feminine energy that's going to give love, caring, and compassion? But also, you are going to have these energies from within you that you're going to be strained when something is not correct, the right way. So, a lot of to think about there. Gio, can you elaborate on Dimas and the Tweety, Paulina? I didn't see the set. Does it feel negative? I understand it more now. What does it feel negative? You need to understand if you're living in the lie, if somebody comes with the truth towards you, it's going to feel negative because the lie from within you is the truth that you think it is. That's why it's so hard to live in the truth. But what is the truth? You learn the truth when you speak your truth, you do your truth energetically with your truth, gravitational here with your truth, and then you keep on going from there. That's all. You actually, between, I said a long time ago, before you unite with somebody else in a relationship, go unite with you. If you're not a united from within, how are you going to have this relationship? So the disconnect is the shadow and it feels negative energy because it's over from. The disconnection is from the shadow, from the false self, actually. Yes, I'm seeing the self. Tweety, good point. I think healing inner issue really does help to see the truth better as we get more objective and see the bigger picture less personally. Exactly. That's what I said. One thing. Q tip, quick tip for you. Quit stay for the Q. Take it for the T and E. Personally stays for a P. So if you go ahead and write it down, Q tip, those are the things to clean up your ears, brand, you're gonna be much better. You don't take the things personally, but you look from within. Oh, somebody points me an issue that I have on the dress. If you focus more on the evolutions, then you're gonna do it. But if you take it personally, you're taking like a personal attack towards you and so on, guess what? You get rid of the person, you attract another person, you're like, oh yeah, so on, and that person brings you the same issue. Oh, come on, you guys are all the same. You men are all the same, or you girls are all like this, So you guys get it. What I'm talking about. When you take things less personal, yes. Tweety, actually, I was thinking about me and my truth because I've noticed that the truth become more clear to me after I healed some of my shadow. There you go. When you heal some portions of your shadow, guess what? How do you feel? More free. You don't worry about anything. You don't worry about that somebody's gonna judging you because you don't take judgments anymore. The ego-based personality takes judgments. The soul personality understands things that needs to be worked out. And the soul takes it, oh, I need to illuminate myself in this. I need to go research more from within. I need to understand it more, and so on and so on. So, yeah, when you heal some of the shadow, it feels good. And guess what? People at the end of the Scorpio seasons, those who did the job, they're going to feel this. Promising it. There's going to be some more people coming in. Erica, I have to go. Thanks for the love, Erica. Enjoy yourself. And yes, Tweety. And, yeah. All right, guys. If you don't have any more questions, let me know. If you do, we want to look at it. And thank you for coming in. You see that the energy here in this room, it has a very good quality, not quantity. Long time ago, there was a quality. Now there is a quantity. Now there is a quality. And the quality here turns better every day. And I want to say thank you to all of you about this because we are showing up to the world about this. You need to understand uh, when you're breaking a patterns, what happens is when you create a new road. All right. This is the diagram basically when you make a new road. You are right in here and then down to making it. But right here, what are we standing on right now? Okay, we're standing someplace right in here right now. Imagine what's going to happen, the impact down the road when more and more people are going to come in it. But we are going to go forward, forward, and forward. And it's going to be the hardest moments when we keep going forward. The more forward we go, the more this picture will begin to look like this. So that's why right now to us maybe it's harder, but we are the example about what is coming in front. And that's why all of you sharing here, being in the energy, asking the questions, be your own truth, be your own energy. Do you know, guys, how much work do you guys do? The impact's gonna shows up much later. Okay, maybe not now, maybe in a year, maybe in a two, but after that, we are going to be helping to change the world. That's what we're here for. We're doing our missions, guys. All right. Sasha, thank you. Sending love to all and gratitude. Queen Master, thank you for the talks. All right, guys. Let's share the love and the light in here. And thank you for coming today. And let's come back tomorrow. Hopefully, today you're going to work something within your shadow. You're going to heal from within and be love from within yourself. All right, guys. Be love. You're welcome, Lorian. You're welcome, all of you. You love.